Hello everyone, Minute Plus Meditation here, and it is Monday, March the 10th. We're in the first full week of the season of Lent, so I hope you have your program, your Lenten program. Remember to choose from fasting, prayer, or almsgiving, and your penance should not be another person's penance, your wife, your neighbors, your colleagues, and theirs shouldn't be yours either, and it should lead to the fruit of joy. Our penances should make us more joyful. So that's always a good sort of marker, if you will. So we either, if they're not making us joyful, change your attitude or change your penance. Okay, so to the first reading of this Monday is from Leviticus chapter 19. So speak to all the congregation of the people of Israel and say to them, you shall be holy, for I, the Lord your God, am holy. So it's not a New Testament thing, it's God is God, right? I've said this many times before. There are ways in which God disciplines his children in the Old Testament that are no longer applicable in the New Testament, but the underlying essence, if you will, is always the same. You shall be holy, for I am holy. The way God gets us there is different, develops over time. But holiness is where we are striving to go. Be holy, for I am holy. Be like God. So do not steal, do not defraud your neighbor, do not render unjust judgments. You shall not hate in your heart any one of your kin. You shall love your neighbor as yourself. This is 19:18. Jesus will quote this when he is asked, Master, what is the most important law? Deuteronomy 6:8, Leviticus 19:18. So, and the fulfillment of the law is basically charity, love, properly understood. It's not love and do what you want, but love and do what you will. But love, properly understood, is willing the good for another in relation to God and their own true self, their own true good. So that is a good litmus test for us during Lent. And I can only encourage you to, as I've said before many times, pay attention to these first readings. They're real gems. Okay, over to the Gospel, Matthew chapter 25. And it is the scene of the last judgment. So when the Son of Man comes in glory and all the angels with him, we need to be prepared for this, whether it's at the end of our life or, of course, at the general judgment. Then he will sit on the throne of his glory. Okay, he's got all the people from Adam to the last person conceived standing before him, and the sheep and the goats. And basically he goes through a list of the corporal works of mercy. This is where the church gets it. And here it is. I was hungry and you gave me food. I was thirsty. I was a stranger. I was naked and you clothed me. I was sick and you took care of me. I was in prison and you visited me. There it is. That's where the church gets the corporal works of mercy. And the spiritual works of mercy are sort of smattered throughout the New Testament, the Old and the New Testament as well. So it's really about what we do. Yes, obviously we need correct belief. We need orthodoxy, correct belief. But correct belief without leading to correct action is useless. Will get us nowhere. In fact, it will actually work against us because we knew the right teaching, which includes social justice, charitable acts towards others, and we didn't do anything about it. So this is something that we all need to pay attention to. As I put it many times before, in the words that Josemaria sensed that he heard from our Lord, love is not sweet words, Josemaria, but deeds. And deeds obviously is love put into practice. So we, throughout this season of Lent, and which is really to prepare us, if anything, to help us beyond the season of Lent, all of us need to look at how is my prayer leading to better action? How is my fasting leading to less time on the screens, more time with family, more time with reading, more time with praying, more time with just interacting with other people, giving of myself. So less time on the screens. We could all do this. We all know this. Obviously, there's exceptions, but probably in our society, it is the exception. And how is my almsgiving making me a more generous person? Or am I just doing this out of empty duty or because of guilt or whatever? Am I doing this because of gratitude, real thanksgiving to the Lord? So the corporal works of mercy. Really examine yourselves against these. God bless you.